in listen-only mode.
Yes, good morning. This is a sound test. I want to make sure everybody's hearing us this morning. So if you could, someone could just chat and let us know everything sounds good on your end. We'll get started here in a minute. Nothing. Oh, yeah, we're good. Okay, it looks like you guys are hearing me. Sounds good. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started. Thank you for joining. And it's October 1st, and another day rolls on, a new month. And this is going to be a short impact weather briefing. We actually got some quiet weather, and rightfully so, as we continue the recovery process after Florence. Getting started with the tropics. The tropics are quiet, which is good news. But as you know, the tropical season goes through the end of November, so we'll continue to, monitor the tropics. And when we, start seeing appropriate reasons to be concerned, we will let people know through these briefings and some of our one-page sliders. Looking at the river status, we're still dealing with rivers that are in flood. Portions of the Neuse and Roanoke River, we are seeing minor controlled flooding up along these portions. Again, very minor flooding, usually just about a half foot above flood stage. And so we do have some local river flood warnings, both along the Roanoke Rapids and the Neuse. Here's one of the hydrographs for the forecast. So you can see this is this morning, Neuse River at Smithfield. We're right at minor flood stage, which is 15 feet. And that's forecast to basically, hold it at 16.5 level through at least the next 4 or 5 days. Again, usually impacts are very minor, with most of it just being very minor flooding along the nearby vicinity. Looking at this week's weather pattern, we are actually, this is going to be truly a summertime pattern that we're seeing for the next week, and looks like even possibly 2 weeks. So as you can tell, there's an H, high pressure over the area for the next coming week, and that means we're going to see dry conditions, and we're going to see warm temperatures. And I'm going to show you some more slides here that shows you just how warm we're going to be. This is a little technical, but basically what you're looking at is you're looking at some of the major levels, upper and lower middle atmosphere. But basically, this is the temperature anomalies. And so anything that starts getting into the hot colors, the yellows, the browns, the reds, that means above normal or positive anomalies. So as you can see, through a good part of the atmosphere, and this is basically for the upcoming week, we're going to be that 1 to 2 standard deviation above normal. So, or positive anomalies. So when you think about it in that terms, we expect temperatures to also be positive anomalies and above normal. And that takes us to our next graphic, and we're looking at Greensboro, Raleigh, Durham, and Fayetteville. Here's our forecast highs for this upcoming week. And if you look real closely, you can see that line. And if you look to the right, there's your chart. But basically, we're looking at forecast highs on average, especially as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, 10 to 15 degrees above normal. And we truly, and this could be on the low side, so we could actually easily see temperatures, as next couple of days, increase those highs a good 2 degrees. So we could be looking at upper 80s in the triangle, lower 90s down across the southeast near Fayetteville. So again, we're talking about some, very unseasonably and anomalous warmth. Looking at the severe thunderstorm potential, looking at the 3-day outlook, as you note, there's not a whole lot, but there is, you see on day 3, which is Wednesday, there's general thunder chances. I think that's a bit overdone. There is a front that tries to get down into North Carolina, but for the most part, that front's going to stay up to the north. Maybe a few showers, but we're really not expecting a whole lot. And this tells it all. So here's your 7-day total, and notice over the center of North Carolina. That's that ridge of high pressure that's going to dominate. And right now, we're really not forecasting any rainfall over the next 7 days, which is good as we continue the recovery efforts. Does it get any better as we start looking out to the second week period? No, actually, a lot of guidance continues to keep that subtropical high pressure over the region. So we're expecting to see a continuation of summer-like temperatures at least into the second week of October. Rain chances, see, it's basically near normal. Hopefully, we may get a slight break from this heat in the form of a weak cold front possibly getting in here, but for the most part, not expecting a whole lot of precip changes. So as I promised, it's pretty short. The summary for the week is, yeah, we continue to see some minor controlled flooding for portions of the Neuse and Roanoke rivers, and that should continue over the next 5 to 7 days. And we're going to see dry and just unseasonably warm temperatures over the next week, 2 weeks. So that's wrapped it up. That's pretty short. So now we're going to take time for questions if there are any.